Hello student, welcome to biology class, and in this segment of video we are going to discuss about transportation, which is the next topic of the chapter life processes of science class 10. So transportation, the first of all we need a question to arise to explain that why transportation is required. So in the case of unicellular organism, all the requirement of body from outer atmosphere or from the environment taken place by the process of diffusion or osmosis through their plasma membrane. But in the case of multicellular organism, diffusion cannot or diffusion will not be sufficient to provide the requirement or to do the process of transportation, because diffusion is very slow process and it takes many long time to move any substance from one part of body to another part of body in the case of multicellular organism. So in multicellular organism, and next thing also another reason also, that all the body cell in the case of a multicellular organism not directly contact with the atmosphere. So to provide the raw material, that is oxygen and other nutrients material to each and every cell of body, there is requirement of a system which is known as transport system. So transportation is let first of all define the process of transportation. So the movement of particles from one part of body to the another part. So related to transportation, first of all we will discuss about transportation in animals. Transportation in animals. And in animals, so transportation in animals. In animals, there are two systems for transportation of animals, and they are commonly known as circulatory system. Okay, so circulatory system are the system of body of animals that play important role for transport of materials from one part of body to another parts. So there are two circulatory systems. The first is blood vascular system. And second is lymphatic system. So let start the first kind of circulatory system, that is blood vascular system in human. We study the transportation in animals, actually in the case of human body. It is human. In animals we will study about human, and the other will be in plants. So first kind of circulatory system, that is blood vascular system, and the blood vascular system consists of three components. There are three components of blood vascular system. The first is the blood, which make the medium for transportation of substances. It is the medium which is a fluid connective tissue. The second component is the blood vessel. And blood vessels are the path through which blood transport from one part to another part. And the third component is the heart. And heart is the pumping organ. It means it regulates it provides a force to flow the blood in the path में जो है या फिर जो भी रास्ते हैं उसमें जो है ट्रेवल करने की मीडियम को फोर्स चाहिए एंड दैट फोर्स is provided by our heart. So we will discuss one by one these three components under the blood vascular system. So let's start with blood, which make the medium for transportation in blood vascular system. So blood consists of two components. First is blood plasma. Blood is fluid connective tissue. It is a fluid connective tissue. We have also discussed this blood or fluid connective tissue in our previous class 9, in the chapter tissue. So here we need to revise this topic, that is blood. So blood consists of blood plasma, and the second component is blood cells, or it is also known as blood corpuscles. So first of all, we are going to explain that what is blood plasma. So blood plasma consists of two main parts. About 90% of plasma consists of water. The maximum amount of plasma consists of water, that makes the 90%. And rest 10% consists of inorganic and organic compounds. It means inorganic means all the minerals that we take from our food, after absorption into the blood, get mixed into the plasma, and that make the inorganic compounds. And in case of organic compound, the numerous nutrients after absorption into the blood, and then enzymes, hormones, these are the organic compounds which are found in blood plasma. And so this is all about the blood plasma, which is the fluid or colorless in its structure. And then the blood cells, and there are three kinds of blood cells present in our blood. The first one is known as erythrocyte, which are also known as red RBC or red blood cells. And RBC found in maximum amount in our blood. So, an RBC contain is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the red pigment, and due to this hemoglobin, the color of RBC is red, and the shape is biconcave, circular shape. The shape of erythrocyte or RBC is biconcave circular in nature, and the main function of RBC is to transport oxygen from our lungs to our body cell. So this is about the RBC. And the second is leukocyte, or it is known as WBC, white blood cell. So white blood cell or leukocyte do not contain any kind of pigment, so they are colorless, and they are very safe. On the basis of presence of some granules, presence or absence of some granules, leukocyte can also be categorized into two categories. The first is granulocyte and second is agranulocyte. So in the case of granulocyte, we will discuss three kinds of cell: basophil, eosinophils and neutrophils. But in agranulocyte, there are two kinds of cells which are known as monocyte and lymphocyte. So there are 5 kinds of WBCs are present in our blood, and these are 5 kinds of WBCs together provide immunity to our body cell. It means they help to fight the foreign particles or germs or pathogens which can cause disease in our body. So this is all about the WBC, and the overall function of WBC is to provide immunity. And the third is known as platelets. And platelets are also colorless and large size. In comparison to WBC and RBC, the cells of platelets consist of large size, and they help in blood clotting. They consist of clotting factor. So they consist of clotting factor. It means they are responsible for the blood clotting. It means they prevent the leakage of blood vessels during injury. इंजरी अगर बॉडी में होता है तो ऐसे केस में यह ब्लड वेसल्स के लीकेज को प्रिवेंट करने का काम करते हैं. So this is all about the blood, which is made up of blood plasma and blood cells. So blood plasma about 90% water and 10% consists of inorganic and organic components, and blood cells are of 3 types: erythrocyte, leukocyte and platelets, or it is also known as thrombocyte. So this is all about the blood, which make the blood vascular system. The second component of blood vascular system is known as the blood vessels. So let us start the second component of blood vascular system, that is blood vessels. And we discuss about 3 kinds of blood vessels. The first is arteries, the second is veins, and the third is capillaries. So arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries are the blood vessels. We can define artery as a blood vessels which carry blood away from heart. All artery carry blood away from heart, means ये heart से blood को all parts of body में ट्रांसफर करने का काम करते हैं. और we can say mostly carry oxygenated blood. Mostly carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. So only the pulmonary artery is the artery that carry deoxygenated blood, but rest of the artery carry oxygenated blood in our body. And the next characteristic is the artery has thick wall. आर्टरी का जो वॉल होता है वो थिक होता है विथ नैरो ल्यूमेन. इट मींस इनके अंदर का जो स्पेस होता है वो पतला होता है. ऑन द अदर हैंड वेन्स कैरी ब्लड टुवर्ड्स द हार्ट. टुवर्ड्स द हार्ट. And the second we can say that veins mostly carry deoxygenated blood. Except pulmonary vein. So these are the alternate definition of veins. Means we can define as the blood vessels that carry blood towards the heart, or in other words we can say that mostly the blood vessels which mostly carry deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein, which are known as pulmonary vein. And they have just opposite features. It means they consist of thin wall and wide lumen. It means inside the veins the blood remain stored for several times, so they have wide lumens. And in the case of capillaries are the blood vessels which connect artery to the vein. Can be defined as the blood vessels that connect artery to the vein, which are known as capillary, or another word you can be saying that thinnest blood vessel is the thinnest blood vessel, and they are responsible for exchange of material. Between the blood and the outer medium, but blood makes the inner medium for the blood vessels, while the outer medium may be the body tissue or the other components. So capillary generally disconnect artery to vein, means when artery need to exchange materials between the substances or between their surrounding, they convert into capillary. So we can draw a diagram, simple diagram to explain arteries and veins. So inside this diagram we can observe vein artery. This is the artery. This is an artery, and when artery terminates into minute branches, and these are called capillary. Vein artery differentiate from capillary. These are capillary, and capillary join together to form veins. So this is all about the blood vessels, and before blood vessel we have discussed about the different components of blood, and the next topic we will discuss about the third component of blood vascular system, that is the heart, in the next segment of video. देखिए